Ready.
Audience? Then I'll begin. Recently, I had a life-changing experience. As was usual after school, I grabbed a yogurt from the fridge and sat on the couch to watch some tunes, while completing homework. About halfway through the yogurt, I was becoming more and more unhappy with its slimy, sweet flavor. Raunchy strawberry. Why does my mom always buy strawberry? At that exact moment, a Yoplait yogurt commercial came on, and that woman was eating her strawberry yogurt like it was creme brulee, fresh from Julia Child herself. And my immediate thought was, what's the difference between her yogurt and mine? Then it hit me. It wasn't the yogurt, but the person eating it. I had eaten a strawberry yogurt every day after school for the past 2 weeks, and the woman on the commercial had most likely eaten thousands, yet here she was enjoying that yogurt like it was her very first. The difference between us became quite clear. Gratitude. Gratitude is what made every taste of her yogurt a delight. Every bite, a masterpiece. Gratitude is why that yogurt lady became my shining life role model. She had unlocked the secret of fulfillment, delighting in all the little things. Today, we will strive to be as happy as the yogurt lady by first nibbling on what gratitude and ingratitude really are. Then we will take a look at the nutrition facts and discover what a truly abysmal problem this is. And lastly, we will savor our first bite of a happier life, of an attitude of gratitude. Ingratitude. According to Merriam-Webster's online dictionary, this means forgetfulness of or a poor return for a kindness received. When I hear this definition, the first thing to enter my mind is the old Bible tale of the 10 lepers. According to the Bible, 10 lepers approach Jesus in the streets of Jerusalem. He tells them to up and go to the priest in the city, and only a few steps into their journey, the 10 look down to find that they are completely cleansed of the disease. Caught up in their own rejoicing, all but one continues on without looking back at the man that brought such joy to pass. One leper, remembering, turns and praises him for their newfound health. Perplexed, Jesus questions the one. Were there not 10 cleansed? But where are the 9? 1 in 10. This presents a stunningly accurate percentage for gratitude in our own day and age. So, gratitude. Again, according to Merriam-Webster's online dictionary, this means the quality of being conscious of a benefit received. Let me rephrase this. Conscious of a benefit received. Conscious. Are we unconscious if we do not realize the benefit we receive? We must be truly blind if we can only see what we do not have, and must be knocked unconscious in order to realize what we do. The best example of, per se, being knocked unconscious is the moral tale of The Prince and the Pauper by Mark Twain. The prince lives a grand and luxurious life, bountiful meals 3 times a day, a blazing fire to sit and read by, and a king-size bed to sleep in at night. One day in the streets, the prince meets his very own doppelganger, a pauper. In the spur of the moment, the boys have a genius plan and decide to trade clothes. However, by trading clothes, the two in turn trade lives. The boy from the streets being swept up into that grand and luxurious life, and the other, the prince, is dragged down into the rough life of the palace slums. Quickly, the haughty prince learns that those roast platters with side dishes of broccoli and tart were truly a miraculous feat in comparison to the crumbs and bread crusts found in the kingdom gutters. In the end of this tale, the 2 boys are returned to their rightful places, and although the boys' lives seem to return to normal for the most part, I can only imagine the drastic changes in their outlooks on life. Before the switch, the prince thought nothing of those meals brought to him each day. Only after starving in a gutter did he miss the scent of roast wafting through the air. Only after being knocked off of his literal high and mighty throne was he able to realize and truly appreciate what he'd had before. This tale can easily be applied to any aspect of our own lives. If we are surrounded with a warm, mellow candlelight, how are we ever to know the true beauty of a flickering flame? That is to say, if we are constantly comforted by good fortune, how are we ever to realize that fortune we indeed have? And in turn, how could we ever be grateful or even happy? For without rain, there would be no rainbows. Why is it that we must be knocked down before we realize how tall we were before? This is the kind of thinking that what I have is not good enough. The thoughts of, I am having a horrible hair day, my cell phone has no service, and I got no sleep last night. What on earth do I have to be grateful for? These are the thoughts that bring about the eternal discontent in our own lives. How could we ever lead truly happy lives if we don't even like what we have? One quote I have grown up hearing after criticizing myself on multiple things has finally started to stick with me. How can you love others if you do not first love yourself? And this can even be brought in to say, how can you love anything if you do not first love your own life? Is the loss of love really worth not saying thank you for not giving recognition to what we have? So the real question would be, how do we stop this? What are the steps to gaining that attitude of gratitude, to being as happy as the yogurt lady? First things first, saying thank you. I know, it seems a kindergarten answer perhaps, but really, maybe there was a good reason they taught it to us in kindergarten. I mean, they taught us the ABCs there too, and those have most definitely been helpful. By saying thank you, we not only give ourselves a boost in seeing what we have, but we also make the other party feel appreciated. And I know I like to feel appreciated. Thanks. It's easy peasy. However, it is only the first step. The second is learning to look. To first look at others. I know we all, at least once in our lifetime, have heard our mother say something along the lines of, "Think of the children starving in Africa," when we refuse to eat our vegetables at dinner. And yes, we all proceed to roll our eyes and push those little green trees to the edge of our plate. But think about it. And I mean actually think about it. We may throw away that broccoli at the end of the night. And wouldn't a small portion of food like that indeed be a blessing in the lives of some children in Africa? After all, one man's trash is another man's treasure. And we never know how many treasures we have. So I say, look again. Take the time at the end of the day to clear the fog off of our appreciation glasses. Did you think to say thank you when your mom handed you your backpack as you literally flew out the door to school the other morning? Did you smile and give thanks when the lunch lady diligently served you at least something? Learn from those possible unappreciative mistakes of the day gone by. We can't live that day over, so make the next one even better. Lastly, take a bit of action. So gratitude. We've heard the official definition. But to me, gratitude means working hard for all that you have and loving what you get. When I was younger, I came home from school every day to a magically clean house. Thinking nothing of the strange magic, I would proceed to throw my coat on the ground and head to the fridge for some yogurt. Some things never change. Now that I'm older, I know that that clean house most definitely did not come by magic. Every Saturday, I spend hours on end making sure that the window sills are white and the kitchen smells like flowers instead of last night's dinner. But at the end of that day, I sit down and look at the warm, beautiful, clean house around me. And I love it all the more, knowing that I made it that way. I created this lovely place to be. And should not that be what our lives are? A lovely place to be. By taking this last bit of action, we can create our own lovely place. And this truly is what an attitude of gratitude is all about. Creating a lovely life. By simply realizing the problem and then taking the steps to fix it, we learn to become more appreciative of all that we have and become as happy as the yogurt lady. I'd like to close with one last quote, one in which I truly, deeply, philosophically believe. If you want what you have, you'll always have what you want. And in the end, always truly be happy. Thank you.